This episode of the Go to Bed podcast is brought to you by Enduro Fest. May 4th at the Wild West Motorsports Park just east of Sparks. If you hit the Mustang Ranch, you have gone too far, but not all is lost. You might want to stop in there too. And this is an AMA Extreme Enduro event, so you know it's going to be sick.
We've got Cody Webb, Ty Tremaine, Kyle Redmond, and Destry Abbott. And we hear there's going to be some amateurs there, kids, and the pros. So, moto guys, if you don't do off-road much, come try it out.
And I've done this event a couple of years ago, and it's gnarly. But yeah, they're definitely racing for all types of riders out there. So give it a shot. May 4th, Sparks.
Enduro Fest.
Be there. Go to bed.
But we're going to get unblocked.
Sometimes you see him out there and he's just fucking asleep.
Get a pillow, get a blanket.
No, I'm not a fucking dirtbag.
Go to bed. Tired, dude.
Good night. Go to bed.
Perfect.
You guys ready?
I'm ready.
No.
Well, if you're not ready, I'm not ready.
I'm ready.
Okay.
Now I am.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Do we
now.
need like the fucking clap or something?
Oh, the movie thing?
Yeah.
Take one.
Take one with Mace.
There we go.
Yo, what's going on, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Go to Bed. I'm your co-host, Fiki, joined with my co-host,
Fitikowski JP.
at 50kowski_JP on Instagram. We got some burritos here from Walden's Coffee House. 3 locations here in Reno. Wells, Arlington, and Mayberry. Tell Michael and Mandy to go to bed. Get a free napkin.
Yeah.
Enduro Fest, I think. Yeah,
May 4th.
I think this might be the last episode before that comes out.
Yeah, it
So
is.
one more time, Enduro Fest, at Enduro Fest on Instagram. Go check out the event there. It's May 4th, out east of Sparks.
Ty Tremaine will be there. Cody Webb will be there. Cooper Webb will be there.
Bunch of fucking idiots, basically.
No Cooper Webb.
Yeah, go to bedpodcast.com for everything related to here. We got our Patreon and our PayPal on there. And if you're listening on the Apple or the podcast app, make sure to subscribe and rate the podcast. Maybe we'll do a rating of the week on this episode.
Yeah, read a rating.
Yeah, we'll do that. But yeah, and then tell your friend to listen to the podcast so we can grow this shit, and we'll go from there. So,
And donate $100,000. I'll get this tattooed on my head. $100,000.
that's available on our Patreon account.
Yes, yeah, it is.
All right, today we got a special guest. Mike Mason's in the house. Mike, how's it going?
Good. How you boys doing?
Doing good, dude. Feeling ready.
Dude, you are juiced right now.
I CrossFit, dude.
Hey, have a drink of that thing real quick. Let's see how it fires you up. There you go.
Wow, guys, I'm ready to go. It's really cool to be here with Mason and everything.
Dude, are you from Silver Springs?
I know, right?
All right, for anyone that doesn't know who you are, give the listeners a little background on who you are, what you do, why you're here.
I don't know why I'm here to start.
Same.
And my friends invited me, so now we're just sitting here looking at burritos. But no, just a normal freestyle dude, born and raised, or not born, but raised here in Nevada, pretty much my whole life. And yeah, now I'm pushing 40 and just trying to keep the dream alive, and it's slowly dwindling away.
Dude, are you pushing 40 or are you rounding up?
I'm rounding up, but it's getting closer. Like I can see the light, it's
By
coming
how
towards
many
me.
years?
2.
Okay, yeah.
Well, I'm rounding up again because I'm still 37, but
Okay, so 3. I mean, yeah. At least you're not rounding down. I
Dude,
guess.
most
Yeah,
people
yeah.
don't.
30.
Most people are like, yeah, no, I'm not 40 yet. And
Yeah.
you're like, yeah, I'm pretty much 40. I'm going on 50.
well, I got the hairline to prove it, so there's no line
And
there.
you've had that for quite a while.
Quite a while, yeah. You think I'd be used to it, but still I look in the mirror and I'm like, what the shit is this thing?
Dude, I'm pretty sure I got my 03 title and you had the same haircut.
Yeah. I look like one of these lights that's shining on us right now.
So, dude, where were you born? I didn't know you weren't born here.
Yeah, I was born, this is a long story and it's going to make me sound really bad, but I was born in Fresno, California.
Nice, dude. Fresno's
Because,
smooth.
yeah, so my dad knocked my mom up here because she moved up here from Fresno. And my dad's like, I don't want nothing to do with Mike, So my mom's like, well, screw you. I'll move back to California to my family's house. Literally had me in California. And then my dad's like, I want to, let's do this thing. So she moved back here when I was like 6 months old. So I got to tell everyone I was born in California, which really pisses me off, thanks to my dad. Thanks, Steve.
Dude, your dad's sick.
He was
though.
bitching. Yeah.
Well, that's kind of a crazy story.
Yeah. Pretty cool, huh?
6 months?
I never knew because, like, when I was like, when you first start remembering stuff, I was in a trailer park in Carson City. So I just told him, I'm like, yeah, dude, I've lived here my whole life. And then, like, when I was like 8 or 9, my mom's like, dude, you were born in Fresno. I'm like, oh my God, that is embarrassing, dude. And then I get into like high school and everyone's like, dude, people that grow up in trailer parks or people that are from Fresno, dude, they're real dickheads. I'm like, that's my whole thing, dude. Damn it.
So you went to Carson High?
No, I went to Douglas. We
did?
moved down to like the Johnson Lane area probably when I was like 8 or 9.
Yeah.
And but the trailer park, dude, I was bummed when I moved from there. Because it was like this little circle, dude. I had my friends. We were riding BMX every day. Then my parents moved me out of there. And then, like I said, when you get in your teens and everyone's like, dude, that, not to me, but like some other kid, they're like, dude, that guy's trailer park trash. I'm like, fuck yeah, he is.
yeah. What trailer park in Carson?
Dude, it's the one right by Deer Run. Like if you're kind of going, like, where the golf course is?
Oh, yeah.
Pretty much like, what would it be? Just west of that right there.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. And it looked way cooler back then.
Yeah.
My house had tires and a hitch and everything. It was pretty sick.
And
I was fine with it. I was totally fine with it until I got older and realized what it was.
And my buddy Corwin grew up in a trailer park, and you're doing a lot better than he is.
Really?
Yeah. He actually.
You don't hang out with me every day, though. We don't know that yet.
Well, were you, from 17 to 19, were you on unemployment?
No, but I was unemployed and lived with my parents.
Okay.
So
he was on unemployment.
Okay.
Okay. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
17 years old, you're already on.
Yeah.
What did Bubba say when he called in? He was like, it's not home till you take the wheels off or something
That's
like that.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So before freestyle, you were, I guess, a pro racer, right?
Yeah. I mean,
you were.
I was a pro. I had an AMA license and all that stuff. But, the one thing is that I always wanted to do is, I made a Supercross main, which was cool. And it was back when you could ride both classes. And I almost made the 125 and 250 main in the same night. So I was pretty stoked on that. And then I made, 5 or 6 outdoor nationals. I think my best finish was 21st, 22nd, somewhere in there. I was pissed because one time at Millville, I never trained. That's why I realized freestyle was more for me. I was at Millville by myself, just out of a van, like, all of us do. And I got one of those like rare, like good, like 10th place starts where like all the good guys were ahead of me and like all the privateers, we were all in the same spot. Dude, in like 10, 15 minutes in, I was looking at the guy in front of me's pit board and he was in 11th and I was in 12th. I'm like, shit, dude, I might get some points because there was nobody behind me. But you're in Minnesota in August, dude, it's 90 degrees and humidity.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dude, one more lap. Every time I go through those sand whoops, just one more lap. And I started like, my tongue's hanging out. I'm seeing stars and shit. I'm like, dude, anytime now 2-lap board will come out. Halfway mark came out. I'm like, fuck this. I pulled off under a tree, sat there. We are allowed to cuss on this thing, right?
Yeah.
I'm like thinking I'm just talking to you guys. And
No, you are. Yeah.
do.
Anything goes, dude.
But yeah, that was my closest to points. But, I just got to a point where I tore my ACL and I did something in my shoulder, like rotator cuff or something. So I got surgery all in 1 year and I came back with no money. And I went to Hangtown, or Glen Helen, I think was the start, and was in qualifying for the motos, and that one got taken out. And then at Hangtown, I was in qualifying for the motos, got taken out again. And it was like weird stuff, like Shane Best crashed in front of me, and I was coming around a blind turn, and his bike was just laying there. His bike took myself out, I guess I should say. And at that point, I'm like, cool, I just spent $400 or $500 to get to these things and made not $1.
Fuck.
And I was still kind of doing some jump stuff, from the arena cross days. And I'm like, I got to make a change if I want to do something, and this was kind of like right when backflips came out. So yeah, I made the switch around 03.
Dude, that was a good year for me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. What'd you do?
A lot of shit, but my main thing was MX West 60 beginner title.
Oh, you got the title.
Yeah.
Dang, dude.
Yeah, I went down the last race at the junior track at Fernley, off to the side where everyone faced away from.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's no pressure on you. You just went for it.
There was a little actually, there was a lot of pressure, but.
What'd you get for the title? Like, what was your award?
Well, I don't remember, but I'm sure we had to pay to go to the banquet. And then that was at the Cal Neva.
You got it. They had it at the Neva?
Yeah, dude.
Fuck, dude. Times were tough back then.
No, that was the...
Dude, you got a jacket because you still have the jacket.
Dude,
it's over there.
That's why I was asking, because like in 97, I won the Howlin' at the Moon series. It was a night race at Fernley for like 4 weeks. I got a windbreaker. I was
Did they even have lights out there?
Yeah, like 4.
Yeah.
And how Fernley gets, it's just all chopped out. My hands were blowing off and stuff because I couldn't see nothing. I'm like, this sucks.
4, that's so good. It's like the construction lights with the grate over it.
Yeah. And we're like, hey, it's a little dark in that turn. And they do like the little ratchet and move it. And you're like, oh, there you go. I can see it now.
Perfect.
We're good. We're good.
I know, it didn't do anything.
That's awesome, dude. So, I mean, how you got into freestyle? You were doing like jump shows and shit while you were racing arena cross.
Yeah. So I mean, from like the earliest age I can remember, I was like doing all kinds of little weird tricks and stuff. And like in 98, 99, when freestyle first started coming out, me, Miller, Foster, Drake, we would just kind of mess around with tricks. And Kenny Bell actually started this thing called Big Air Extreme. He was like, had one of the first ramps. I mean, dude, this ramp was like narrower than this table, and the landing was like 5 feet long. But we were going to like little fairs in Arizona and shit. I think that was 2000. And dude, I was getting paid like $1,500 because this was like when people were super stoked on freestyle.
Yeah.
So I'm going from like spending, $2,000 to get to a race to all of a sudden I made $1,500 to do 10 jumps. And I'm like, oh my gosh. But I had like this mentality of I wanted to be a racer, And so 2001, I would do some jump shows in between stuff. And then, like I said, 02, I spent the whole year hurt, and 03 came back and just had nothing. And I got invited to do, it was called the IFMAs. It was ran through what would be Feld now. I think it was Clear Channel back then, from my arena cross stuff. So I started doing their little indoor series, and I was making like $2,500 at those things. And they take your bike everywhere. Like, all you got to do is get your flight and hotel. But we would share hotels and, spend $300-400 to get there. I'm like, dude, this is living.
Yeah.
And then 04, I went out like on a motorhome for a year and just did some touring. And then 05, like the Dude Tour came out. I got third in that. It was like a 5-stop series, kind of like X Games. Got third in that. And dude, everything just started snowballing from there.
Yeah. I remember when I was a kid, and you would, I think in our trailer, we still have a picture of you doing a knack
Yes.
at the arena cross,
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And you were like racing the same night.
Yeah.
Like over the finish, you would do one and stuff.
Yeah. Well,
Sick.
it was a trippy deal too, because Kenny Bell actually started that for us. He went and did arena crosses, and he sucked at racing. I don't care if he hears this. Like, he was not a good racer, but he was making $1,000 a night or $1,000 a weekend, $500 a night,
For the jumps?
Yeah. Because that's, he would win it because he had a heel clicker. And I mean, you're going up against racers who are literally doing like a one hand or no legger type deal, So I'm like, if Bell can make 1,000, I know I can make the mains and maybe double up. And I went to my mechanic to this day, Cliff Campbell, and I'm like, hey man, I got $2,000 in my account. The first race is in Iowa. Let's go. I know I can win the jump off, because I had like double cans, Supermans, all that stuff. And that's kind of how it all started. Wow. I think I won that year. I won 32 of the 34 jump offs. So I made a bunch of money in that. And then as the series went on, I got like more comfortable with everyone. I was making all 4 mains consistently. So it was like $3,000 a weekend,
Nice.
Yeah. So I was pumped on that. But then once I started trying the Supercross thing and all that, it was like, it's time to switch.
Did you have to pay Cliff at that time?
Yeah, I was paying him for sure.
Nice.
But he was on the same boat with me, as like, hey, if something goes wrong in the jump off and I don't make that grand, like, let's just get to the race, because we were 18.
Okay.
We had no bills. I mean, you had a phone bill basically, just to get around. So yeah, he was on the same page as me, which was cool, but luckily it all worked out.
Is he from Carson?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he grew up in Gardnerville, lives up in Reno now. And he started working for me in 2000 and still does all my bikes to this day. So
crazy.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Dang.
Damn, dude. That's crazy.
Yeah.
I remember, when I was young, like even before I was riding, like watching X Games, seeing all you guys in the X Games, like all from this area was so crazy.
Yeah, that was cool.
And I think that was the cool thing about this area is, once Miller got his little free ride park up with the foam pit and all that, dude, we had to wait in line. There was 9 of us out there practicing every day. And when you're riding with your buddies, it doesn't feel like I'm trying to get ready for X Games. I'm like watching Miller ride and I'm all pumped. And then Adam Jones moved out here. He's gnarly, as we all know. And, it just like spiraled. All of us just kind of kept, stepping up. And like I said, once Miller built the foam pit, it was pretty much game on. We were going for it.
I remember that was like a huge thing just locally. Like, whoa, there's a foam pit here.
Yeah,
Like,
and it was the worst thing ever. Dude, I think back on it, and because we had a tarp cover, but you know how dry it is up here. Like, dude, that stuff would just bake and like, kind of like get fuzzy almost. Dude, and you would land in it and it'd just go all in your mouth. Like you had a mouthful of like dried foam. And that's like, when everyone started like doing knack flips into pits and, no-handed flips into foam pits, it was like me and Jones and all of us. Once we learned how to flip and got comfy, we just flipped a lot and learned it all in dirt because we did not want to ride that foam pit again.
Wow.
Yeah, we were over it.
Is that where you learned backflips into that foam pit? Okay.
Yep.
I talked to Bell one time, long time ago, and he was kind of telling me back in that era, when you guys would do shows, the promoter would say, hey, we'll give you this much just to show up, but if you can do a backflip, it's like double.
Yeah.
Back then.
Yeah, and I remember the first year I came into freestyle, like Nate was flipping. He was flipping the kicker the first year, and then the second year he went to 75, and I remember talking to him, and he went to Europe and got $25,000 to flip a super kicker. Just a straight, straight flip. Plus, he was like, he rode the whole show because he was a good rider. So, he got paid for everything. But Yeah, the money was pretty gnarly back then. And that was kind of a motivating thing. Like nowadays, you're not making nothing. So like I have no reason to push myself. You know what I mean? I'm making less than I was like on the arena crosses damn near, you know? So,
Yeah.
but I'm glad we caught it when we did. It was more fun than anything. Like the money's cool, but you know, it was just bitching. I mean, I was traveling around with all my friends. I got to ride X Games, which I was like you guys, I watched like 96, 97 when they were in Rhode Island. It was just BMX and stuff, but we went to the first one in San Fran where Travis jumped in the bay. And so it was kind of like surreal moment for me to be invited to my first one.
Yeah, that's sick, dude. Fuck, what was I gonna say?
Think about it.
Yeah, I forget. But yeah, so I mean, fast forward to today, basically just doing Nitro Circus.
Yeah, just doing Nitro, and you know that's more just my decision. I mean, it's an easy show. I kind of know my spot in it. You know, like I'm sick of going to these like sketchy ramp to ramp setups out in a parking lot where the wind's blowing, and you know I don't need to do that no more. I've been doing freestyle for 20 years now, and it's just I get to pick and choose a little bit. But Nitro's still fun. I'm still out there with my friends. The show's fun. The crowds are great, so it's still something I want to do. But I think this will probably be my last year. I mean, I've said that for the last 5 years, but I think it's just kind of time to move on and do something different.
Yeah, I wrote down real estate because I know you're kind of into that. Is that what you're going to move to after you do Nitro?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not trying to be like a real estate agent. You know, I'm not trying to get my license and go sell you guys a house or something, but it's just something I kind of lucked into it. I was talking to Ronnie Feist's dad way back in the day, and he was like, he's a cop, you know, out in Jersey or wherever they're from.
His dad?
His dad, yeah. And he's like, you know, I bought this property back in like 84 or something, paid it right off. And he's like, dude, I got like a free $1,200 a month coming in now. Damn. So he's like, I just kept going with that. And that was like in 05. So like the second I got money, I went and bought a condo up here in Reno. And, you know, sure as shit, like that's how it works. And then you're getting equity off the thing. And so ever since then, I've kind of like tried to put some money away and get something here and there. And, you know, Reno's expensive as shit now. So it's kind of slowed it down. But yeah, I got a couple places that kind of help, you know, pay. Because I mean, I haven't ridden a show since October. So I've kind of just been chilling in the snow, sitting around. But luckily, I have that stuff to kind of fall back on.
Yeah, that's nice that you set yourself up.
That's hella funny because I'm in this this real estate group on Facebook that's from like, I think it's like Kansas City or something. One of my buddies invests over there, so he invited me into the group. And like maybe 3 weeks ago, because you know how you can see people like so-and-so posted into the group?
Yeah.
It was Ronnie Feist.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, no fucking way.
Yeah, because he lives out there now.
And I went to his, and that's exactly what he was looking for, more deals and to network with wholesalers and shit. And I screenshot it and sent it to Pete. I was like, dude, this is crazy.
Yeah.
And I went to his profile, like that was actually his real profile and shit.
You wouldn't expect to see him there, huh?
Yeah. I'm like, what the fuck, dude? Hella funny.
Kung Fu.
Let's make a deal.
Oh, what I was going to say is like how gnarly it is now. If anyone wanted to just get into freestyle, like the kids, I mean, it's totally different than when you guys were coming up, but they just have to go so big. It's like a best trick competition, every single trick that they're doing.
Yeah, and you know, it's everything. It's best trick. The money's not there. I mean, dude, back in the day, we were getting 10 grand to flip 75 feet, you know, and just take a hand off. And it's like now you got a double flip and you're getting 4 grand or something, you know, and it's just, it's gnarly. So
why is that?
Just the saturation of the industry. Like, it's like anything, you know, like any business that starts up, like, you know, a bunch of people roll in, do it cheaper and cheaper, and everything comes down. And, you know, it sucks. I mean, I hate being like negative, but, you know, because we did it to the OGs. Because like I said, Nate was getting 25 grand. I know Deegan was probably getting 15, 20 grand a show, you know. And then we came in and did it for 10, so we undercut him by 5 grand, which is a lot over the span of a year, you know. But we could justify like 10 grand a show as that's worth it. You know what I mean? That's way worth it. Like, to start coming in, like, I mean, that's double flipping is 4 grand. There's kids that are riding Nitro for $1,000. There's guys riding demos in parking lots for free or for $500 just to ride a show, you know? And that's where it kind of like sucks is those kids kind of messed it up for all of us, you know? They don't realize like they could still get shows and make 2 grand and not even flip. But instead they're going to go ride for $500, you know? There's just no like continuity to it. No one's stuck together really.
They should have asked you, hey, what should I do? Like, and you're like, oh, just do 2 grand. You don't have to risk it too much. It keeps me and you,
all
and
of us,
you'll build up.
Yeah,
you know?
and the shows stay better. Because now I think that's one issue with freestyle is, you know, there's some rodeo out in Arizona and they're hiring 3 kids and 2 of the kids case the jump and go over the bars, break collarbones, and one guy does, you know, 3 no-footed cans and that's the show. And the promoter's like, why the hell did I just spend 10 grand on this?
Yeah.
You know, and so there's one gone. And then, you know, that happens all over the place. So you're just losing all these shows. And because, I mean, back in the day, dude, we had to turn down shows nonstop. Like, me and Jones pretty much rode every single weekend for 5-6 years straight.
Wow.
Because there was so much work, you know? And now it's like, you got Nitro and a couple one-off demos, and that's about it.
Yeah, that's all he does too is Nitro, right?
Yeah, I mean, he does a little
And
bit of
games,
Europe.
X Games.
Yeah, X Games, and he does some Europe stuff, but, it's the same for him. Like, it's weird to say, but he's kind of on, like, the tail end. He does double grab flips and all this gnarly stuff, but he's not three-in, he's not front flipping, he's not, double back flipping, so he's, like, starting to get pushed down a little bit, too.
And when I shoot with him, he's cussing because those people are like, he's like, so fucking dangerous. Like, I don't need to be doing that, but I still want to be doing this. So he's like, fuck this sport, dude.
Yeah,
he's all pissed.
Yeah, you could tell, like, on X Games this year when we were watching, he's like, well, I'm old. This is all I got.
Yeah.
But thanks.
Yeah.
But, like, dude, he's so gnarly.
So gnarly. Like, if you go overall, I still think him and Taka have one of the best runs. Like, overall freestyle runs. They just are missing those couple gnarly things, that puts them in 8th place.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is fucking nuts. But you look back in the day, like Pastrana, if he had something gnarly in the bag, he wouldn't do that in his run. He would save it for the best trick.
Yeah.
So it's weird that, well, actually, to win, you gotta, people like, who's that, Tom Pages or something? Dude, he'd do some crazy ass shit.
And see, I really like Tom because he's innovative.
Yeah.
He's not just going and being like, oh, this guy double flip, I want to double. He's like thinking away, like he fully builds freestyle bikes now. Shaved like 15, him and Levi Sherwood have shaved like 20 pounds off of 2 strokes. Just so they can do all this weird stuff, and I think that's pretty cool because they're actually putting a thought process into it.
Yeah.
Because, all of us guys in freestyle, it's just you see one thing, you go and do it. And, like, that's how the sport's been.
Yeah, I thought that was interesting a couple of years ago. I think it was, like, the first year when they had, like, a quarter pipe competition in X Games, but it wasn't, like, quarter pipe last year was fucking sick. Where they just go big. Yeah. But when it first came out, it was, like I guess backflips, like someone was backflipping to the other side. I was like, dude, this is where freestyle's going. I think this sucks.
Yeah, it was. Then all of us riders said that. Like, dude, when I rode X Games, you had to flip 120 feet. That ramp. We had to flip that. We had to flip a 90-foot dirt jump that was built like a super kicker. Like you were just going straight up, and the courses just like they were so gnarly. Like, I mean, I've raced some supercrosses and I was pretty nervous seeing like James Stewart or someone down there, but like I was shitting my pants on the rolling because I'm like, this is going to be the gnarliest run I got to do right now, And then we go, you fast forward 7 or 8 years and these guys are 3 feet off the ground, like half of them crashed and get up and walk away. And you're like, if I crashed on the 120, there was no way in hell I was walking away from that. You know what I mean?
think, that was one, I think it was that same event where there was some kid from Texas in it. It was when it was in Austin, and I'd never heard of the kid. I don't know if he was big or whatever, but he like wasn't going very big. I'm like, how the fuck did this guy get invited here? And then he crashed on both of his runs, and that was it.
Embarrassing.
It was like,
and that's another spot that's kind of a bummer. Is like dudes like that make our sport look bad. You know what I mean? Like where like I keep saying it, but back in the day, it was like everyone was gnarly. Like I think one year I had Heart Attack flipped the 120 and Shaolin flipped the 90-foot dirt and all this, and I got 8th place. That's just how gnarly, like, because you had Bilko 3 in the 120 and, Nate 3 in the dirt jumps, and it was just, dude, it was insane. Like, I actually loved watching it. Like, I'd get done with my run, and I would watch those guys, not because I'm trying to, obviously, I'm not going to beat them,
Yeah.
So I'm just like, this is insane. Like, watching a 360 over 120 feet is, like, one of the gnarliest things I think you'll ever see.
I bet. I couldn't even imagine.
Dude, that's crazy. Like, it sounds good when you just talk about it, like, oh, we make 10 grand in a show or whatever, even 4 grand, but, like, on your end, dude, you're fucking risking your life.
Yeah.
Like, seriously.
Yeah. I shaved a lot of years off my life for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, the pressure of wanting to do good is the main one. But then, you just never know. And like I said, going that far and that fast, just if anything happened, pretty scary.
Was the 120 a ramp? I remember you would do your holy grail over that, right?
Yeah. Dude, it was the best ramp I ever hit. Like, if you guys ever got to just jump it to like a big landing, it was so smooth, and it was like your bike just floated under you perfect. No matter what trick you were doing, or even if you just wanted to jump it, it was such a fun jump.
Yeah. I remember whoever was announcing was like, look, I love what Mason does. I wish he would just do that.
I wish that's all I had to do. Trust me, that was easy.
Dude, do you let go from the bars, right? Or you step?
No, I let go from so if you went back to the grabs, it would just be a rock solid. But I kind of throw the bike out in front of me and
fuck that, dude.
Scary.
You ever had a scary moment?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I've done that trick 7 million times, and nothing that ever like got in my head, but just grab the seat a little weird. And like on my Suzuki's, like the subframe was in one spot and the seat was in one spot. So I had like a little gap, and I've gotten like in just the seat before, and like your seat's all flimsy. It was like lifting on me. I'm like, oh, dude, don't break off the brackets or something.
Yeah,
this would be ugly.
Sketchy.
Yeah.
Wow, dude, that's so crazy. Because I don't know, they like the average Joe doesn't know moto, probably thinks, oh no, they got like reinforced things there. Like, that's what they do. They're professionals.
I was just thinking, fucking back in the day when guys first started like coming off of the bike. Remember there was that dude that had like a tether?
Yeah, the bungee. Yeah.
That's
that
crazy.
wouldn't have done nothing if the bike got away from him. But
Yeah.
hey, it was awesome. He was thinking of it.
Down,
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, it's crazy how far it's come.
Yeah.
Compared to back then.
Yeah. And it's funny because I just remember watching all that stuff, and I remember Chris Rourke was so sick. Like his grabs, just heart attack. I'm like, damn, that's sick. Because everyone just did like flat seat grabs.
Mm-hmm.
So Rourke does a heart attack. I'm like, damn, that's sick. And then Miller and Rourke did rock solids in the same weekend. I'm like, holy shit, dude, they're letting go of the bike. This is sick. And then the backflips start coming out. I'm like, dude, I was pumped at like X Games. Like I literally set like my whole day aside to watch like the 03, 04, 05 X Games, like before I'd gotten into it. And now it's like I commentate for it, and like I'm struggling to think of stuff to say, I'm like, yeah, there's a backflip kiss of death that's been done for 20 years. Here we go. You know what I mean? Like, It's so hard now because it's just everything's so played out. Kind of,
Dude, what about fucking Mad Mike Jones jumping with a bag over his head and shit like that?
Yeah.
Dude, that was fucking sick.
We could do this whole podcast just on Jonesy. Like he was such an idiot. Like I don't know if you guys remember in I think it was LA 03 Best Trick when he said he was going to do a barrel roll. And he just came off and did half of a flip and then just held onto the bike. He meant to do that. He had never done a barrel roll. He told people he had it dialed in the foam pit. He went to Pastrana's. Had never done it. And this is how gnarly this guy is. He knew he was going to eat shit and held onto the bike. Like didn't even try to ditch it or nothing. Because he knew he would get good TV coverage off it. And everyone would be like, dude, Jones is gnarly. And dude sacrificed himself a lot.
Damn.
Yeah. And then we went to a bar in Australia one time, and like Australia's 50-cent pieces are like that big and like an octagon. We're all wasted, dude. And he throws the 50-cent piece up and goes to stick it to his forehead and impress this chick, dude. And it hits him in the forehead, put a big old gash in his forehead, blood running down. He's just sitting there chugging his beer. I'm like, this dude's an animal. Like, he's bitching, man. This is what I want to be like when I grow up.
What is he doing now, you think?
I don't know, dude. He went off the deep end for a while, obviously.
No.
And then, I don't know, dude. The last I heard, he was, still sound weird, but he was doing like some riding schools back east and doing some stuff with local tracks. But honestly, I haven't heard a word from him in a long time.
That's crazy. It's weird that... It's not weird that they fall off and you don't hear from them even if you're in the sport, but like even seeing or hearing, oh yeah, like he was saying he wants to come and ride again or asked me to come ride with him. Like you don't hear that from him, huh?
Nothing.
Damn.
Yeah, and that's how a lot of those dudes are. Like Clowers, I know he has a job now. And
oh, really?
Yeah, Deegan's doing the thing with his kids. Obviously, like a lot of those older dudes, just like, Clifford, they all just kind of fell off. Metz is a tattoo artist now. It's kind of weird. Like, I'm hoping to like stay in the industry somehow. I don't want to just be the guy that just disappears, And,
yeah, I was just going to ask you. So when you quit, are you trying to get a job like in the industry doing something or what?
Yeah, we'll see. Like I'm doing the X Games again this year. I'm doing 3 of them. So I'm stoked on that because that, like, as much as I was just saying it's boring, it's still fun for me. Because I think I have a lot of knowledge and I was so sick of the old announcers like just bagging on us. You'd put together your best run and like, yeah, he's a little sloppy here. Didn't try hard, like they wouldn't say like, oh, that was a good run. Let's see how the judge, So
how do you apply?
For what?
The announcing of the X Games. Like, how'd you get that?
They just hit me up.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I've always done like some random TV stuff with like Fuel TV and all that.
Yeah.
And I'm not really sure, dude. I got an email one day and they're like, hey, would you be interested in this? I'm like, hell yeah.
Nice.
I was so scared, dude. I was more nervous than when I was riding.
Of what?
Just like there's lots of people watching. I didn't want to sound like an idiot.
Oh.
And I'm like, because I've never done live TV like that before, like on a big scale. And I'm like sitting there and I got my headset on and they count down and the intro starts going. And right as it was Cameron Steele my first year, he starts talking. Our producer's just yelling in our left ear the whole time. And Cameron's asking me a question. I'm like trying to talk, but this dude is just saying like, we got an ad in 15 seconds. Hey, move this in 20 seconds. Camera B. I'm like, I was like so overwhelmed, but like last year was a lot easier, like kind of familiar with everything.
I always wonder about that when they're talking, if someone else is talking to them.
Yeah. So now like when I watch football or something, the dude's like saying, like I've heard Romo, he'll be talking and just kind of stop. And there's like a little pause. I'm like, I guarantee someone said something and like froze him or, because it's weird, man. It catches you off guard.
Dude, what did you tell? Wasn't that Cameron Steele that you went up to at Endurocross one time?
Yeah, I said,
what'd you do?
I was like, dude, my dad will not stop saying this. Can I film you saying, take off your hats and glasses, folks, for MX freestyle or whatever?
Yeah.
If when you start, you like crash, you land and be like, all right, take off your hats and glasses, folks. and then I videoed it. Dude, this was the worst thing in my life. I videoed it and then hit like click to put it away and tell him thanks and talk.
Yeah.
So I'm not like, hold on, let me send it to my dad. And then I opened my phone and it didn't save it. And I was like,
damn it.
I'm not going to go back up to him. He's
I
probably
do it one more
bugged.
time.
Yeah.
Can you do it
like,
again,
fuck
dude?
you, kid. Get out of here.
Beat it.
Yeah,
that's cool.
that is.
You'll
dude.
see him again.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I remember.
Yeah.
You
I'll do it with you.
don't think he'll remember that?
No.
Nah, probably not.
Just because he's kind of like borderline on the stupid side. Not because, yeah, he is.
Dude, he's cool.
Yeah, he's so cool, dude. He was bitching.
He's a good announcer too.
He is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wish Ralph would retire, like, cause
Yeah, Ralph's nails on a chalkboard to me.
dude,
I
he's
can't. I
harsh.
can't do it. You know.
Oh no!
Yeah.
It's like, dude, he put his foot out.
Yeah.
like he's turning.
Swaps like
Yeah.
an inch.
Yeah.
Oh.
And then it's like Dumb and Dumber in there now with Ricky and them. He's
Yeah.
like, oh, watch this. Nothing happens. And then, and nothing else happens.
They're trying to hype up something that's not going on. You're
Yeah.
like, okay. Time to
Oh,
get a beer.
dude, the filming has been terrible at some rounds where it's like you can watch the leaderboard and they're like 0.3 seconds away, like first and second. And
Yeah.
they've got a battle for 6 going.
I know, dude.
Yeah.
I just said that like a month ago. Like they talked about a pass like Ricky and Ralph did, but we were watching some
Yeah.
two dudes mid pack,
Yeah.
and then they've like cut back to it and it's like Webb just passed Marv or something for the lead. I'm like, cool, dude.
Yeah.
I was bitching watching
Yeah.
freaking
I love
Freezy
dude,
out there.
there's some rounds where it's like fucking they'll switch to a camera that's like in the dirt.
Yeah.
And then they're like, oh fuck,
Yeah.
like someone hit the wrong button. They go back to
Yeah.
a different one.
Dude, does it
Hilarious.
irritate you too when they're just like overabundance of that like spider cam deal?
Yeah.
Like you
Yeah.
feel like you're like watching the race like this the whole time. You're like, dude, move that damn thing. Like I'm
Yeah.
sick of looking down at the track, you know?
Yeah, and
Yeah.
then Rick would be like, oh, I love that view.
I love that.
It's
So,
like,
oh, you love it? Okay, let's
Yeah.
run it a little longer.
Yeah, the goat's talking, folks.
Yeah.
You know? Fuck, dude. So, have you been to Burning Man?
No.
Okay, let's check that one.
Yeah. I refused that just because for some reason I'm always in the airport with those people.
Yeah.
And they just annoy the shit out of me.
Yeah,
You know,
dude.
so it's not that I'm against Burning Man. I'm against the damn people that
Right.
think Burning Man's like Coachella
Oh,
or something. You know what I
dude,
mean?
yeah.
Like,
I went last year, and the only thing, like, if everyone just kept their Burning Man-ness out at Burning Man, and then just the playa came back, but their normal clothes were back on, and
Yeah.
like their like weird mystical thoughts are like gone, then it'd be fine.
yeah.
because I was
It's the
same way.
overachievers.
Dude,
Yeah.
they try to stretch it out for
Yeah,
as long as
they do.
possible.
Sure.
They got like the decompression events at like GSR and shit. And like
Yeah.
we'd have when I did valet at Atlantis, dude, that fucking playa dust all over your clothes because it's on their backs
Yeah.
and shit when they come back,
Yeah.
and then they stay for another week.
Yeah.
And they're just walking around in like the hallways and to get to the rooms, you can see like the wheel marks from the bags
Yeah, just
and
all
shit
the
up and
dust.
down.
Yeah.
All the
Walmart
belt
parking
cards.
lots look like freaking
Yeah.
Burning Man. All the motorhomes out there.
Yeah.
I'm just like, Jesus.
Dude, that's where I stayed. Yeah, dude, it's crazy because that dust is like it will be in after a shower. You'll still have it like in your pores.
Mhm.
It's so thin.
It's just ingrained in you.
Yeah, it's stupid.
That's why you keep going back.
Yeah.
It's a
Sorry,
great
You love
idea.
it.
Dude, I live for
Exfoliate.
Burning Man. Yeah. All right, so no Burning Man. How about fucking Kmart's in Carson, dude?
What about it?
Dude, what happened to Kmart's in Carson? dude?
Kmart's just gone, I think, isn't it? Like, what is there, one or two left?
I don't
Yeah.
know if there's any, dude.
Yeah.
Is that did a Walmart shut that down? How did that go down?
Walmart shut everything down.
True, huh?
Dude, it's so weird because, like, you know, growing up in the trailer park and in Carson City, there were so many, like, small, like, you know, Albertsons and Sclary's
Oh, yeah.
and Kmart and all this stuff. I'm like, oh, dude, those are our stores. And then all of a sudden, they're just all gone.
Yeah.
Damn, dude.
Yeah.
Just like that.
Just Walmart and Costco.
Big people came in and shut them down.
Yeah, that's they probably outbought them or however that works.
Or they
right?
just run them into the ground.
Yeah.
Mm.
You know, Kmart's charging $4. Walmart will come in and charge $1.99. Everyone's like, ah, screw Kmart, you know?
Mm.
Yeah, dude, it's hard to compete with those guys.
Yeah.
That's funny that that's a topic that you thought of, though.
Yeah, that's pretty. When I saw that, I'm like, did I miss something? Like, when did I say something about Kmart back in my day?
No,
No.
I just was thinking like, dude, two Carson
Yeah.
people like Kmart and Carson was pretty iconic. Now
Yeah.
there's a skate park in there, dude.
Is there?
That's well, to anyone from Silver Springs, it'd be a skate park.
Oh.
Just concrete floor.
It's flat.
You're right. Yeah, pillars.
Throw a couple pipes down and try and grind them or something.
Just rolling.
Yeah.
yeah.
Is there really like ramps and shit in there?
Yeah, like cheap plywood.
Yeah.
But I saw them. I couldn't figure out a way in, so
Someone knows something.
it's like a roof or I don't know. Yeah, someone knows something.
Yeah.
Some shady senator shit.
Oh, yeah.
That's what we're all about.
Okay. We're erasing that one.
Yeah, Kmart's a Carson.
You didn't erase real estate, though, when we talked about it.
Yeah, how do you think we covered that? You like?
Yeah, we covered it.
Yeah.
Go ahead and erase that one. Good
Thanks.
job. Good job.
Have you seen my fitness account, Itikowski?
Oh,
Oh, well, after this, when I have a spare time on the shit or something, just search it.
I got a lot of spare time on that thing, too.
Yeah.
I've been trying to eat healthy, dude, and I think my body's just built for bad food. Every time I eat healthy, dude, I'm stuck in there forever.
Really?
Yeah, butt's all raw, like from wiping all day. And I was like, God, this sucks, dude.
You go to In-N-Out right now, huh?
Yeah. Is this thing healthy?
Yeah, I don't really
Is
know.
it like right in the middle?
Yeah, it's in the middle.
It's all right.
It's more.
That's why I'm holding off on it because I don't want to have to get up and leave halfway through this thing.
These are the best burritos.
Dude, they look so good.
Yeah, they are good.
I'll eat it on my way to golf.
You golfing after this?
Oh yeah, look at how
18?
nice it is.
You're right,
Yeah.
dude.
We've been stuck in this damn winter forever. It feels like so.
Who do you golf with?
Bunch of us, bunch of alcoholics. My pops, a couple of my buddies.
Alcohol. You
Yeah.
guys are always drinking.
Oh yeah. That's why I was saying this to someone. I think on Blair's podcast, but everyone's like, I get so much shit talked on me for like golf and Call of Duty and everything. I'm like, if you guys could see what we're doing, it's not like I'm out there like thinking I'm Tiger Woods, like all dressed up, like tucked in shirt. It's like, dude, we got tall cans all over our cart, dude, and we're doing stupid shit. I'm like, this is fun.
Jump in the car.
Yeah.
Dude, have you golfed with Ricky Fowler or whatever?
No, never Rick. But when I go down to California, I golf with a dude that grew up with him.
Oh.
Like they've been like childhood friends basically, and he always gives me like all the dirt on like the PGA Tour and like we golfed where Fowler when he goes home to Marietta in the winter for Christmas and stuff. He'll like tell me shots he does. I'm like, these dudes are insane. That's why I drink. So I at least have an excuse when my ball never comes off the ground,
Dude, I always look up like sometimes some golf stuff will like pop up on my feed or for like the Masters, like when Tiger won. I went to it and like I was trying to figure out how much he made, and then like Fowler was on there and it was like 200 grand.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, damn, dude, those guys make so much money, and half of them are like fucking 60 years old still out there.
Yeah. It's gnarly. When I was talking to my buddy down in Marietta, he's like, yeah, dude, Rick last year did like 35 mil alone just in endorsements.
Damn.
I'm like,
no prize money.
yeah,
Just
that's just endorsements. Yeah. So this company, Short Par 4, it's like a little dude started it and it's kind of gotten bigger. And my buddy was kind of helping him and they did a deal with Ricky. And Ricky did the Friends deal because of my buddy. And dude, it's his lowest paying deal out of 15 and it was 750 grand for the year, 1 year, not a 3-year contract. Yeah. And it's his lowest paying. It was a friends and family deal is what his agent called it. I'm like, oh my God, dude.
That's crazy.
Yeah. $15 million.
He was a
mansion.
moto guy, wasn't he? He used to like,
yeah, I
race
mean,
the
he
B-class or
rode,
something?
yeah.
Like us, like Weekend Warrior Road.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I think he was like pretty like highly touted for golf and went out to Ocotillo and broke his ankle. And his dad's like, hey, that thing's going to the side. You're going to go to college and golf.
Good call, dude.
Good call.
Fuck that.
Where was my dad on that one?
Yeah.
What would you have been?
I don't know. If I didn't ride?
Yeah.
Dude, I'd probably be working at Carson City Toyota or something like my dad did and servicing cars. Thank
That's
God.
how he's told me one time, he's like, dude, without you, I'd be working at the fucking Carson dump.
I'd be the water truck driver.
Landfilling.
Yeah. Just like,
I think those guys make good money though.
do they?
Yeah, because it's like state type of job.
Oh.
Because I think someone was telling me like the dude that drives the dozer, and has to mow all the trash up. I'm like, I could do that, just run over trash all day. And the dude makes like $50 an hour or something.
Whoa.
Yeah. Sit in a dozer all day and smash trash and 50 an hour. Like that's doable.
He could drink.
I would drink for sure. Have to, dude. It's so boring.
Have you had some crazy party stuff like in the heyday of like 07, 08?
Dude, the heyday, it's still going on.
Really?
Yeah. I've won Nitro Tour drunk like 3 years in a row right now just for freaking partying every single day. And
What you said you've won Nitro Tour drunk?
yeah, because they do like an awards thing after every tour. And there's like best FMXer goes to Adam Jones and best this, best that. And then it's tour drunk and I've got it hands. Last year I only did 2 of the shows on like their Cap City tour and won the damn thing. I'm like, you guys now you're just doing it on purpose.
Yeah, they want to
I only blacked out twice in the 2 shows. That ain't even right.
That's funny.
not
We
bad.
know Brandon Schmidt a little bit.
Yeah, Schmitty.
Yeah. He's crazy.
Yeah, he goes for it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But
Dude, what a fucking twacked out dude he is.
Mhm.
Just
Dude,
on
he's
his Instagram,
crazy.
he's so happy.
Yeah.
So much energy. That's
So
crazy.
much.
His story, dude, that he was like didn't he start as like their filmer or something?
Like they entered, like Nitro Circus was like looking for new people, and they said like, send us your videos, and he made a video for himself, and
like a resume basically type of deal.
yeah, as snowboarding,
Yeah, he's a good snowboarder.
Yeah.
He shreds on board, so.
and he's like biking and shit now, like double backflip.
Yeah.
I'm like,
world's first, like triple backflip,
Yeah.
single tail whip. I'm like, dude, this dude's
He's
not
just-
even a BMXer.
Yeah, he's just kind of like one of those freak athletes.
yeah,
Like him and R. Willie, like.
yeah, that guy's crazy.
Yeah,
too.
they just, like, they can hop on anything and do all kinds of gnarly stuff.
yeah.
I'm not like that.
What you
Dirt
just,
bikes are all I know how to do. I got on a bicycle, like a BMX bike the other day, and I felt so shaky on it. I'm like, I'm going down at any second.
Really?
dude. Yeah, I don't know.
It's not like it doesn't kind of
No.
fit to you.
No, and there's like no suspension, so every time I jump in, I'm just big old endo because I'm like going over the front to do my little scrub. I'm like, oh my God, here we go.
Who is it online that you see that makes you want to fucking ride moto? Where you're like, damn, I just want to ride dirt bikes. Like for me, it's like Hodges or like
Mhm.
Josh Hill when you see them do like this Alta skate park edit and shit. You're like,
Yeah.
dude, I want to ride.
Yeah, I think Axel does that for me pretty good because,
Yeah.
like Axel's not a freestyle guy. And that's what, as much as sometimes he bothers me just because he's kind of like a try hard a little bit, but I love that he's taken freestyle kind of back a step, like back to, because when we did on the pipes and all that stuff, you didn't do tricks. We built big jumps and tried to whip off them or just hit them, and like that's what I like about his edits. He's just airing jumps and doing, the turn ups and all that stuff. And that makes me want to ride compared to watching Tom do bike flips and double backflips. I'm like, nah, I don't need to do that.
I bet anyone agrees with that. If you just got a 60, you would see Axel edit. You'd be like, oh, I want to ride. And you see Tom doing these corkscrews.
Yeah.
You're like,
it's sick to watch, but it's not relatable.
It's not relatable.
Like you watch someone like Axel, and wrongly you think like, oh, I could fucking go do that.
Yeah, yeah. No, it puts
jumps.
it in your head that you can do it.
And he's so smooth.
Yeah, so smooth. He has a good style, and
that's crazy that he can like flip and shit now too, because he is one of those guys. Even on the BMX bike, he rides at whoever's house all the time and like doing crazy shit on that, on the 110 and all that.
Yeah, skates. Like he's pretty good at what he does.
Yeah.
How do you like your 110?
Dude, it's sick, but freaking Cliff won't give it back to me ever.
Oh,
I took it up there because I got a seat cover and graphics for it. I'm like, hey, can you throw this all on? And then I left like, dude, I've had the thing for a year and I've ridden like 4 wheelies on it down my street so far, and that's it.
And just him now?
Yeah. So the other day I went over there, he was working on my bike and I was ripping it around. I'm like, dude, we need to get a little scene going around here. I don't want like BMX trails and stuff. I just want a cool track where I could park you over a fence or something.
Yeah.
You can cut the track, take me out. You know? Like the Crusty One Z50 track, dude, just a circle. And dude, that makes you laugh so hard. Be fun.
Hit up Adam for that. I mean, he lives right by you.
Yeah.
I think he got rid of his horses now.
Dude, his property would be perfect.
Yeah, because I mean, I have an acre, but dude,
yeah,
I got Southwick. Like, there's no way. Like, you'd just be bogged down the whole time.
His might be the same way.
No, he's good. Like, Lower Johnson Lane's like more hard pack.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Well, me and him had this same conversation about 2 years ago. Like, dude, they're so sick. Like, let's all get them. I'll build a track at my house and all this shit. I'm like, okay. Yeah. So I went and got one. Fucking no one else did.
That's exactly what I did.
Yeah.
Same exact thing. Like, because my buddy lives actually right by Adam, and he was going to get his kid one, and his backyard, same thing. It's perfect. Just good dirt. And he's like, dude, we should all get him. It was winter. It was raining. I'm like, dude, I'm down. I went and bought it. No one else got one, so it just sat there. I'm like, this is stupid.
Yeah, I rode mine 2 times. Actually, Adam rode it once, and I rode it once, and he broke it, and then I sold it after that.
Oh, you don't even have it no more?
No.
Oh, stupid.
Yeah, but we'll get it, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
you got the Honda one, didn't you? Yeah.
That's what
sick.
I would want, with a clutch or something.
No clutch, dude.
Why?
Keep them stock.
It's true. Do you throw a pipe or anything?
Nah.
Just stock.
I need to get bars, though. The bars are horrible on those things. But yeah, I'm just going to leave mine stock. Because I did that. I built a gnarly 110, and it almost wasn't fun to ride. You know what I mean? Like, it's just too much. Because it's like, we're used to moto, so it's like you want to clutch the thing and get on it, dude, and the thing's freaking looping out and turns and shit because it's way too much power.
Yeah.
So I just keep mine stock now and rip it around. Keep the momentum, dude.
Yeah, you're right, actually. That is more fun.
Plus, if you get exhaust and shit, if we did a backyard, you got fucking people complaining and stuff. So.
They're so quiet.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
just keep them
dude,
purring.
once you go full mod, they break every time
Something's
you ride
always
them.
wrong with them,
Dude,
yeah.
the stock ones, you cannot break them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's no
right.
way.
I had
Hold them
that
wide
one.
open, they just keep
I've never
going.
changed the oil on a 110.
Yeah. Look at the filter once in a while, see how she's looking, and that's about it.
How my Tao Tao is, dude. My scooter.
Yeah.
I got the Chinese Tao Tao, and the thing is fucking solid. I thought it was going to be a piece of shit.
Yeah.
And like, it won't break.
Really?
Like, the frame is kind of raked out from jumping it, so it's like a lowrider, so you can't use the kickstand.
Yeah.
But.
Do you scrape over speed bumps and shit?
Oh, yeah.
Cool.
And if you turn left, the kickstand scrapes on the
Yeah, it
ground.
gets it.
And
Why don't you take that thing off, dude?
It's
Give yourself some clearance.
It's fucking shaving off like every time I
You're
go
just
around a
filing it
turn.
down?
Yeah, but I've never changed the oil in that thing. I've washed the air filter one time and I took it out and the airbox was full of dirt behind the filter.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's good. Need
Just
some
solid.
starting fluid to start up and then it's solid.
Yeah, so you don't mess with stuff, dude, and it's fine. They're built for a reason, like that way, you know what I mean?
Look at my truck. Did you hear my brakes on my way in?
Yeah.
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 It's fine.
That sounds
Dude,
fine.
I don't know about that.
No comment.
I need to get new tires and brakes, but
Dude, he goes through a set of tires once every 5 months.
What the hell's wrong with you?
dude.
Dude.
A year maybe. Is that a lot?
Dude. Yeah.
Dude, that ain't good. I got like 3 years out of my last set. What are you doing?
I don't rotate them and I drive like a badass. No. I just turn corners hard and don't rotate them, honestly. That's my problem.
Yeah.
Fully bald on the outside. Rears look fucking new.
Yeah. Rotate the damn things.
Right now, you think?
No, not right now.
Yeah,
We got a
right.
podcast to do, dude.
Oh, yeah. Like, dude, I'll go out there right now.
I'm leaving. I'm out of here. Hey, I mean, if you're motivated right at this second, you do it. We'll hold down the fort.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm just going to wait to discount tire to do that.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Dude, so You guys got the new setup. I saw the ramps.
Mhm.
Is that at whose property is that at?
I can't remember the kid's name. RJ.
Yeah, RJ Tanner.
RJ Tanner. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and
That's
it's
like
just
in
one
the
ramp.
island somewhere.
Yeah, it's way the hell up there down this dirt road, but it's perfect because I mean it's kind of like they built it so quick because we had to get something going before tour started. So it's just one ramp and it's kind of shaky around it, but it's tucked in. So like the other day we rode at noon, it was windy and like you could ride all day. Like where the old East
sick.
Valley spot, it's like we had to be there at 9 on our bikes because if the wind picks up, it would get us every time. So yeah, stoked those guys let us use their property. They've all been super cool. One of the kids already like almost broke his wrist, I think, trying to hit the ramp.
I saw that.
Mike.
Eddie.
Oh,
Yeah. Well, his
Dude.
real name's Michael, but
yeah, that's right.
I felt so bad because I swear he must have been texting me in his gear because he's like, I don't want to follow Jones, because he's on a 2-stroke. Someday can I follow you? And I'm like, yeah, for sure. But each time I rode out there, he wasn't around. And that afternoon, he's like texting me. He's all, so what do I do? And we have like mats, like as a run-in. And I'm all, dude, just wait till you're on the mats. When you get on the mats, get your speed up. And when you hit the ramp, gas it. It's all metal, bike shoots off. It's not like dirt where you're spinning all the way up the thing. He's like, okay, like this and that. I'm telling him. And all of a sudden, I get a video from Jones. I'm not shitting you, dude, 10 minutes later. He's all, dude. And then he just backsides it and goes front flip. And I'm all, I just killed the kid. I felt so bad. I'm like, oh my gosh.
dude, that's Eddie though. He's
That
so
is him.
fucking squirrely. Like,
Yeah.
He's just like how that video like fits his personality
That's
perfect,
him.
dude. He's just like all over the place, fucking so much energy every time you
Yeah.
talk to him.
Dude, I mean, I'll give him an A for effort. He went for it. Like
Yeah.
he didn't follow no one. No one was even riding, I don't think. Like it's one thing to like watch someone hit the jump and then you're like, okay, I'm gonna try and hit it that way. But just to be up there by yourself, never hit a ramp, you're like, here we go,
And just
Yeah.
text you.
Yeah.
Hey, you think I'm good? And you're
Yeah.
like, yeah, just maintain your speed and you'll be.
Yeah. Dude, and I was trying to tell the kids, I'm like, that's where freestyle is so weird because we have way bigger landings than any moto track. Like that landing out there's got, a 10-foot safety deck and probably 30 feet of rollout, and the jump's only 75 feet. But it's just the fact that it's just the ramp that you can't roll over. You have like no warm up. Like moto track, you can kind of like do 2 laps, get warmed up, and then start jumping stuff. But like the way that ramps, like what they do to your mind is so weird because you just see this big jump. Like if that thing was at Fernley, it would look like this, and you would just air over it, hauling
Yeah.
ass. So
Yeah.
freestyle's weird like
And
that.
to hit like a 75-foot moto jump, double or a table, you have to go way faster
Yeah.
at it. Like
Yeah.
you go so slow off a ramp.
Yeah, you do because like I said, they're metal all the way up, so it just hooks up and takes off. So
Yeah. That is kind of a mind fuck. Even
It's
that
weird.
jump at Adams, that's the one that's by the power lines that was fucking steep.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of not like a ramp, but it's the same thing where it's a huge ass jump.
Yeah.
So when you follow one off of it, you're like, dude, we're not gonna make it.
Yeah.
Like we're going way too slow, and it just boots you right
Yeah.
over it.
That's crazy.
dirt bikes are weird, man.
Have you rode out there at his national Conway's?
Long time ago, yeah. And
Yeah.
it sucked. It was like middle of summer, and we just kind of went to spin a couple laps. I think it did like 5.
Yeah.
It was just powder. I'm like, I'm good.
Yeah.
I don't need that.
Yeah.
When did you so on our show we just talk shit as much as we can about Adam, but like did you know Dennis or then met Adam because he was young?
No,
Or, like,
I mean, I've known the Conways forever.
Okay.
Adam was like 6, 7 years old coming out to Silver State,
yeah,
and they were always like the rich kids, like
yeah.
10 bikes in the motorhome and everything for a Friday night
Palmer
race.
graphics and all
Yeah,
that shit.
I'm like, okay. But they were cool, like Marsha, Brooke, they've all always been super cool to us. And, down the road, they gave us a riding spot, which was awesome. And
That's right.
yeah, so been friends with them for quite a while.
And Carson Raceway, dude, like, were you racing when it started up, or like,
No, I mean, it's been around forever.
Oh, okay.
My dad went and watched like Blue Oyster Cult or something out at the car track, like
Oh,
in the 80s,
damn.
70s, or 80s. Yeah.
That's
Whoa.
So, and I've been out there where, like, one of my first races on a 50, I think the track was inside, like, they had the moto track still, but for some reason it was like a night race or something. We rode inside the car track. So, like, we'd actually come over the bank, drop down the cement onto the track, rally
fuck?
around, go back up the bank up to the top, and yeah.
That's cool, dude.
I was like heartbroken when that track shut down.
Yeah.
Just because that was where my first race was. That's where I spent 90% of my childhood, where I met a lot of my friends, and like I drove out to Conway's one time to ride freestyle, and it was like the track was still there. And then I like went away for 6 months, came back, and like the track's gone, but the garages are still there.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm gone for a year, come back, and dude, it's just a subdivision now. I'm like, dude, this sucks so
Yeah.
bad. Because
Yeah.
that track was perfect, dude.
Yeah.
Dirt was so good. Layout was fun and
Close to town.
close to town. Yeah.
But far away. Like, that was the weirdest part. When people complain, it's like, dude, you moved here for sure,
Yeah.
knowing that and probably being a fan of it. Like,
Yeah.
and then complain because it's on a Tuesday night practice or whatever.
I was so pissed because, for the longest time, like even those little trailers weren't out there. Like when you were coming up to the track.
Oh, really?
Yeah, those weren't out there.
Oh.
And they said they sold that part of the land and there might be some housing being built. And they gave all the dudes or all the people that bought the place, they're like, hey, man, this is a track. And it was mainly for the cars. I don't think they bitched as much about the moto, but like on a Saturday night when the cars were ripping until 11 o'clock, yeah. And sure as shit, it was just one by one. They started complaining and they always win, because housing's more important than sports, obviously. So yeah, I was pretty pissed about that. That was the first start of it. And then, once Hanson got out of there, it kind of started going downhill. Ty tried his best, but I mean, he was going to lose to the county all day, and yeah, it sucked when that place was shut down.
It's crazy that we have so much land around here and so many people ride, but the scene is just dead because we don't have any tracks and no one can get one going. And even like you guys looking for spots to ride, I think about that when you're between spots and I see Jones post like, hey, does anyone know where we can put the ramps? Like, dude, these guys are fucking the best in the world and they can't even find a place to ride around here. It's just crazy.
Yeah, it sucks. Like I haven't had a track bike in 2 years now. I haven't ridden tracks in probably 4 years. And everyone's like, dude, what? Like, you need to go moto. I'm like, where? I mean, I love Prairie City and stuff, but I'm gone so much. Like, I get home on a Sunday or Monday. I don't want to drive on a Wednesday all the way over the hill, come back, and then fly out on a Thursday.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just me being a pussy. But when you have 3 days at home, you want 3 days at home to hang out and get stuff done. And yeah, it's just I'm not going to go spend 10 grand on a new 450 to have it sit in my garage like my old one did. You know, it sucks. It's a bummer. I mean, I wish we had 28 and Silver State and Stead. I always loved Stead when it was a track, like hardpack. I loved hardpack for some reason. But yeah, it just sucks around here now.
You don't like Prison Hill?
I hate Prison Hill, dude. I've always hated Prison and Deer Run.
Yeah,
those are my two least favorite spots ever.
Deer Run is my number one least.
But Deer Run, way back in the day before those warehouses and stuff came in, like when the Krusty videos came out, they had some gnarly cliff jumps out there, and it was like our first free ride. We would try to be like all the Krusty guys, and we go out there, and they were massive, dude. Like I don't know, 100 feet tall, like kind of hill climbs, but rain rutted, so you had to find a line. And Miller was always like the go for it guy, so he'd get halfway up and he can't touch, so he'd just bail off his bike and his bike would cartwheel down. Dude. Yeah, so Deer Run was sick. Not the track itself, but there was some awesome jumps out there and stuff until everything got built over.
Is it where that corner thing is?
It's so if the track's here and the main road's here, it's where all that stuff is now. Oh. That was all just mounds and cliffs and everything, and yeah, it was bitching out there for a bit for that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Damn.
Rancho's my favorite place, but
Rancho's was sick.
Yeah,
Rancho's was when
they
had the construction out there, and you could go out there on a Saturday and the construction was closed. That's the same thing. It was our free riding area, and then our buddy Wilson went up to that top pit up there and built all those jumps, and the dirt out there was insane.
So
yeah. So Rancho's were sick.
Yeah, it's still it sucks now, but it's if it's wet, it's so fucking good.
Yeah, and that's the thing about this area is everything sucks, but if you get a rain, you can't beat some of the dirt around here. Some good dirt.
Dude, if you go right out the Ranchos, I haven't been for a year now, but dude, some of the shit that the kids build now is so fucking stupid.
Remember that one we hit?
Well, I like finding little kind of natural jumps, like berm to berm or something.
Yeah.
And they're always steep as fuck, so you just have to over it. And then there was one that was pretty big, and it was a triple, and it was one of my favorite ones. And then I go out there, and where the lip was, they just fully got rid of that berm and built it into this mellow thing.
Evil
so you
Knievel.
just fucking haul. Yeah, exactly. They just haul ass into it, and you jump the same exact jump, but no one wanted to blip over it.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude,
you're going 100 feet, but you're 1 foot off the ground.
Exactly.
I love those jumps.
Fucking stupid.
Yeah.
Let's do the fucking Tech 1 current event.
Let's do it. Am I part of this?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah, let's do it, dude.
Give the intro.
All right, everybody. Here's the halfway segment. This is brought to you by Tech 1 Designs. Go and get your graphics and everything, helmet, sticker kit, whatever your kid's into. Tech1designs.com, and this is the current event. What do we got, Feeks?
The news is dry. The number one trending story is semi plows into stop traffic, igniting fiery 28 vehicle crash. Usually we can find a stupid fucking story on here, though.
Are you on Apple News?
Yeah, trending stories. 28 things that must have been designed by geniuses.
Must have. Let's hear number one.
Number one, microfiber makeup removing cloths.
Oh, that is romantic.
Dude,
that's exactly what I've been looking for my whole life.
Fucking genius. Collapsible foam roller. You need one of those.
That's not genius.
No.
That's not like the first person to fucking invent a cup holder. Genius. You know, microfiber cloths. Dude, just use a little bit more water.
Yeah.
You know,
Dude, you might benefit at Burning Man with that thing though.
My Burning Man name is Baby Wipe because I would fucking ask everybody.
Is that your shower?
Yeah, dude.
Gross. You smell like a diaper all day?
Yeah. No, for like 5 minutes and then apply it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Apply it back on there.
Yeah.
Underarm sweat pads is number 9.
I could use that.
Yeah.
I wear black shirts all the time because I always get like a little sweaty. So, I'd like to wear a gray shirt or something once in a while.
What do you mean? What's it do? You just stick it in your armpit?
What don't you get about underarm sweat pads?
Yeah, dude. It's like a maxi pad, but for your armpit.
Why do you need the photo?
I've never heard of that, dude.
He's really into it. He's looking.
I might invest or something, dude. That's a good thing.
What else
sweat
we got?
pad.
Dude, I'm over it.
What's your favorite invention?
BuzzFeed sucks.
Like if you could think of
My
one.
favorite invention?
Like if you're like fucked out, it took a genius.
I don't know.
Dude, it's weird because I know this stuff all the time, but now that I'm put on the spot, I can't think of it. Because there's sometimes when you're driving and you like look at something, you're like, who the hell thought of that?
That's a great idea.
How did your brain think of that?
Dude, I think about just like stuff that we use all the time, like lights, electricity, fucking running water, shit like that.
Like take yourself back like 200, 300 years, whatever it is, Like how gnarly is that? There was literally nothing. You had no resources. You have no internet or nothing. You're just like, let's see if, oh shit, that worked.
Yeah.
Bitching, dude.
Yeah.
Like that's just trying to get around your own house after dark.
Yeah.
Like if there was not a light switch.
Dude,
it's crazy.
I would have sucked growing up in that era because I'm afraid of the dark. Bad.
Really?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I hate it.
Like today? I mean like to this day.
Yeah. Like if my roommate and my girlfriend are gone, dude, lock all the doors, alarm set, everything. I'm like, someone's coming in
All
here,
the
dude.
lights on?
Yeah.
Dude, we our water heater went out like 2 months ago, and we had to go 1800s for showers. We would fucking boil water on the stove and then carry the pan upstairs to the shower and like sponge bathe with the warm water.
Dude,
that
you guys are way smarter than I am.
I
I would have just toughed it out for a couple
the
weeks.
first one I toughed it out. I was like, fuck, dude, we need to find some warm water.
Yeah.
And it was like over a long weekend or something. So the home warranty company that the landlord uses like wouldn't show up until the Tuesday or whatever. I was like, fuck, dude. We had
Dude, you
like
should
4
have
days.
filled up a trash bag and hung it off the tree or something. Let the
Oh,
sun
yeah.
naturally hit it and then go out there and poke a hole in it.
Yeah.
Butt naked in your backyard. That would have been sick.
Yeah, neighbors love us already, dude.
Yeah, I bet.
Dude.
Yeah, well, I don't know. We don't have too many beefs. We have a beef with one neighbor named Biddy.
We have two beefs. The girl across the street drives that gray Mercedes. She lives at this end.
Well, there's the first problem. She drives a Mercedes, so
Yeah.
you're going to be a bitch no matter what.
Well, dude, she lives, so like this street is a circle to get back to the main street. She lives right next to this exit, and she always comes in the other exit and drives all the way around to get to her
So
house.
she's spying.
Yeah, I
doing her
think, yeah,
recon.
she's just like checking shit out. But she rips, dude. She's like this old lady, and she's going like 35 down the street around the
Sick.
corner. And like we'll be pulling out, she'll slam on the brakes
Get
and
all
shit.
pissed.
Yeah. The one time we were leaving to go to Fernley in the morning, and she comes around the corner flying, and I just go into drive and pull out, and she rips, and I just fucking around, but I throw my hand up, and she goes, and I go like tailgate her all the way to her fucking house,
Yeah.
and then just go. I was like, yeah, scaring the little old lady.
Yeah. You're like such a man after that one. Huh?
Yeah. And
I always
then-
do that. Like if I get like a kid or an old person, I'm like, God damn, I'm fucking badass, man.
Yo, fuck you,
Then
kid. Go to bed.
some Mexican with a tatted face comes at me. I'm like, oh my God, I'm out of here. Was he
look
chasing
away.
me?
Yeah.
Dude, you're always getting into road rage.
I am, dude.
He had one. Tell about your one the other day when you were going to meet Zinc at
Cool.
Brewer's Cabinet.
And so I was filming for Zinc at Brewers, and on the way there, it's 30 miles an hour. This dude's going 20, and I think he's texting because he'll like pick it up to 25, then slow back down to 20. And it's like, dude, you're asking for it, you know?
Yeah.
So I'm just like, all right, I'm going to a gig. I can't show up pissed off. Like I gotta stay mellow, so because road rage will get me pissed hella quick. And then so I just pass him. And like once he realizes I'm passing him, not pulling up to like talk shit, he pins it, and I'm in that shitty Ford.
Yeah.
He's in an X5 BMW, so 0.4 seconds later, he's already up next to me. I'm like, great. So I just fall back and land. I'm like, maybe I woke him up, and he starts brake checking me,
Oh, dude.
and I'm like, all
I'll
right,
lose it.
yeah. So then I got around. I was like, I was trying to remember, like, dude, I can't be getting into this before I'm going to this gig, you know? So get around him. He's flashing his brights all the way to me. I'm like, all right, at this light, like, fuck it. He's going to hear it, dude.
Yeah.
And I roll down my window. I go in the left lane. Brewer's cabinet is literally 30 feet over there. And I have both my windows down, and Zink and all of them or Cam wasn't there, but the Groms and everyone I'm working with are right there and listening to me. Fuck you, motherfucker. And he goes, fuck you, pussy. Look at your truck.
Oh, dude.
And I said, damn, yeah, look at it. I'm broke. And I took off, and then they all heard that. And I was like, fuck, dude, you should, like, damn, he got me. I have a shitty truck.
Well, no, he didn't get you. You got him right back. He's probably like, damn, I tried to talk shit to him. He liked it. He embraced it.
I am broke. I should be like, dude, can you spare some change?
Yeah.
You know? Yeah, this shit gets me fired up. And fuck. How you get on road rage, or how do you get?
Yeah, I do, but I don't like actually say nothing.
Oh.
But people piss me off every day.
Yeah.
Drive like assholes, you know? That's what like scares me about society is driving in airports. You know, like airport, dude, zone 1 gets called and you have 500 people in zone 8 standing right in front of the like thing. And you're like, how do you not know how to count, dude? I learned that like in first grade. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you people? So yeah, I get pretty pissed off at society.
Yeah, it's hard to. And then
I'm not even a smart guy, so that's saying something. If someone's fucking dumber than me, bless your heart, man. You got a long life ahead of you.
Dude, is there any other areas like an airport or driving where you just have to deal with the public like that?
DMV, dude.
DMV, for sure. Yeah, but the DMV is getting more organized, so at least everyone's kind of like sitting down and you can like, you know, like back in the day when it was lines and shit, it sucked, but
I don't know.
Dude, everywhere. I mean, dude, you go to food places, you know, like
oh, dude, I've been going to Walmart on Thursdays.
I refuse to go to Walmart.
Well, I used to go on Sunday, get all like, because I would clean the house, do laundry and shit on Sundays, but there's hella people there. Mm-hmm. So I started going on Thursdays, so there's way less people, but the people that are there on a Thursday at 1 p.m. like don't fucking work. It's like the lowest of the low, like unemployed people, but there's not many of them. Yeah. So I don't know which is better yet.
Dude.
I mean, there's less people, so that's good, but it's just like,
dumber than shit.
Fuck, dude. They're dumb and like on drugs and shit, all twacked out.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, dude. That's Walmart. That's dude. Walmart on 7th, dude.
Yeah. Walmart gives me anxiety.
Bring back Scolari's, dude.
Yeah, hell yeah. Scolari's was sick. I go to Rayleigh's all the time still.
Yeah. Rayleigh's
it's expensive, but support the little people.
It's worth it, though. Just not dealing with those people.
Hey, you're exactly right. Like, I go to Rayleigh's and it's like older people, but they're like sophisticated.
Yeah.
You know, they're like, their cart's on the side. They're looking at one thing. You go to Walmart, dude, and they have like all 10 of their kids are spread out playing around the cilantro you're trying to get. You're all, dude, you're over there. Let me get in there real quick. Yeah. Kid's itching his ass and grabbing the vegetables. You're like, oh my God.
My favorites is when they're like looking for something and they find it to their right and they just let go of their cart and it drifts to the left.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like, they just take up the whole aisle. Like, you go to Rayleigh's, it's organized, dude. It's like everyone that went to school. You know, they know how to do lines and stuff. You're like, this is sick.
They got the customer in training.
Yeah.
Like, this is how we do
like,
it.
you ask one of the, like, you know, people working there, like, hey, where's this? So, oh, it's right there, you know, 4A. You're like, cool. Go to Walmart, dude, and same thing. Chick's itching her ass. You're like, God.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, I don't know. Yeah. Let's go find it together.
I'm
like,
only a stalker. I only stock the shelves. You're like, wouldn't do you know where that goes? Or,
yeah, you fucking spend enough time with these shelves, man.
Yeah. Crazy.
Yeah, dude. I saw a meme the other day that was like, it was a cartoon, but it was people walking out of Whole Foods and people walking out of like CVS. And it was like happy, skinny people and like in color. And then this side was like fucking basically the people we're talking about like at Walmart. Yeah. I was like, dude, that's so true. You ever been to a fucking CVS or Walgreens or anything? Unless it's in like a decent area, but like usually they're not.
No.
Like the one on fucking Plum down by, or it was on Moana down by Atlantis, dude. That one's fucking shit.
Dude, the one, because I used to do the Sac State Fair, I think it was called, in Sacramento. And I needed toothpaste. I forgot my damn toothpaste here. So I'm like, I'll just rip in there. Dude, and there is just trash all over the front of this thing, like when you're walking in. And everyone in line, I'm like, I'm not making it out of here. I'm getting robbed. I'm getting murdered. Something's going to happen, dude. I like, you know, huge black chicks with 15 kids in their arms, dude, yelling at the other kids that are on the ground. I'm like, God. And like I said, I'm a broke guy, you know. I live in a little ass house. Like, I'm not some like high and mighty rich guy, you know. Yeah. And that's when you know, like when someone's that low under you, you're like, phew, this is bad shape right here.
Yeah,
get the hell out of here. I'll just not brush my teeth for a while or something. I don't know.
It's not that important. The toothpaste, screw actually.
Like Walgreens by the casinos in Reno. That's similar to that. There's trash and bums every day. Dude.
Yeah, it's disgusting.
Yeah, and they don't even sell beer there.
Yeah.
Dude, how many fucking CVSs are there in Vegas? Like,
Oh, they're all over the
dude,
place.
going down, even just down the strip.
Yeah.
There's like
one?
30 of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Do you have that house in Vegas still?
Yeah.
Do you rent it or
Yeah, it's
something?
just been rented out for a while.
Yeah, that was a cool place. I remember when Conway did that Hart and Huntington thing. He let us stay there.
Mhm.
Didn't you have all? What do you do with all that memorabilia stuff you had upstairs?
It's all at my house,
Oh, okay.
but my house is too small for it, so it's like all just packed away in every single corner of my garage and
Oh, it
storage
is.
shed. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that
Someday.
shit's sick.
I
dude.
know, dude. We always talk about it. It's like someday I'd like to build like a little like game room or like sports room or something. Because I saved 3 or 4 of my bikes
Yeah,
throughout the years, and like all my medals just sit in my safe. I don't even have nothing to do with those because I'm not the type of guy that's going to put everything in my living room.
right.
It's like when everyone
right.
comes to my house, I'm like, hey, dude, check. This is what I did. It's like
Yeah.
I don't like that, but
Because it seems like you're asking for it.
yeah,
Yeah.
we're just trying to show off. It's like
but if it's in the party room and the whole theme
make
is
a party
that,
room. Yeah, like I've gotten a bunch of like jerseys from football dudes and stuff that I'd like to frame up, and I got to do something with it.
Yeah. Do you like football?
Mhm.
Is that like for the people that watch you as motocross, their sport? Like, what do you watch? Golf and football?
Golf and football, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I like all sports, but like, baseball and basketball, they're too long, like the seasons. But like postseason, like right now, we've been watching the NBA playoffs, and
Mhm.
when it gets down to like postseason for baseball, I get all into it. And it's funny because I don't know how, but I'll pick a team, like no tie to them at all. I'm like, yeah, I want this team to win, and then I'm like so into it. Like I've never watched hockey, and the other night it was the Knights, Vegas versus San Jose.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And I don't know why, but I just wanted the Knights to win super bad. I'm like, dude, come on. Dude, and they'd miss. I'm like, damn it. And I was all pissed. I'm like, it's my first game I've ever watched. Why am I so into this right now?
Fan already.
Yeah, it's super weird.
I wonder if people are like that with Supercross. If they turn it on and go, "I want that guy to win." you know?
Probably, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And
That's
like
so weird. I don't even think of people that just turn it on and watch. Oh, what's this? That's
Yeah.
so crazy that there's people out there.
Yeah.
I mean, most people
Just
are
come
like
across
that, but
it, yeah.
Yeah, that is weird, huh? Because
These
it's our
crazy
lives.
motherfuckers.
Dude.
Yeah.
This world is massive. Because like to us, moto's huge,
Yeah.
we know everything about it. And like when I do that SAC fair, dude, every time I think we do like 50 something shows, 52 shows throughout the 2 weeks. And every autograph signing we do, people come through and like, dude, I have never seen this before. This was insane. I'm like, Christ, man, you live under a rock? Like, but to us, it's our life, but to these people that are just out in freaking no man's land,
Yeah.
they've never heard of it. So
Dude, look at even like when you go to a Supercross, when the doors actually open, like right before 7, like all those people that you can tell aren't really moto people. Like all the moto people are there and they go to the pits and watch qualifying and all that
Yeah.
shit. But all the people that show up at like 6:30 and
Yeah.
the stadium's fucking full.
yeah,
Like, damn, dude, they spent money to come here and they're like not even into it.
Yeah.
Seems like.
Yeah, I would never spend money on something I'm not into.
hell no.
That's what's crazy, dude. Like,
That's what I'm saying. Like baseball in like June or July, you wouldn't spend money to go to that shit.
No, fuck no.
Players don't even care, dude. It's game freaking 30 of 162. They're like, shit.
dude,
Yeah.
that 162?
That's their regular season.
Damn.
Yeah.
But they get paid so much, too.
So much.
Yeah.
But I'll like not as far as like physically, I wouldn't say, but they earn it.
Mhm.
Because like when I'm busy and I ride for like 6 months out of the year, I'm like, this sucks. And that's just on the weekends. Like those dudes play like 4 to 5 times a week. Could you
Oh.
imagine the like repetition and just like I said, the mid-June game where there's 20 people in a stadium and you're just like, oh my God. Thank God I'm getting paid for this.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is
Yeah,
true.
those guys do make a lot. I think the minimum is like $500K or something
Yeah.
for Major League Baseball.
Yeah.
And you're just sitting, huh?
Those are the guys that are benched. But
Yeah.
I'd go fucking sit on the bench for 500.
I will do it all day.
As many games as you want.
Hell yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That'd be crazy. Poor guys, because they're at the point where they're like, I made it to MLB, but I'm not even playing.
hmm
I'm just practicing every
Yeah.
week. Fuck, that's gotta be weird.
Dude, I got a question for you that I've been thinking about. I always wonder, like, guys that were like badass in whatever they do, and then they're still sponsored like years fucking later. Do you think that's mostly because of relationships built while they were badass, where like they just know whoever, or they've been with the company forever and they just keep hooking them up?
Yeah. Yeah. There's a loyalty to some of it, but it's more on the athlete, I think, like I've done a good job. Cause like I haven't really been relevant in freestyle for 6 or 7 years,
Mm.
That's just being real. Like I haven't learned nothing new. I'm not trying to push it, but I'm also the dude that, if Fox invites me to something, I'll go do it.
Mm.
Even if I got to drive 8 hours down there for a half-hour preview or something that they're doing, and always texting them. And I think like if you stay in contact, like it's not hard for people to give you product, like they're not going to pay you obviously, but I mean, shit, Fox gives me freaking $5,000-$6,000 worth of clothes a year. So it's like, why wouldn't you keep in touch with them and not have to buy stuff? So I think there's a loyalty to it from some companies. I mean, some companies don't give two shits about you too, so yeah, I think the dudes that you see like that still get hooked up, there's a reason for it.
Yeah.
How are you involved with Hart and Huntington? Like what? Because I know you've been with them for a long time, but like, I don't know, like, what do you do?
Yeah. So it was weird. It started, I met Hart in 2005, which was when H&H opened their first shop in Vegas. And, we did filming for On the Pipe out in Santa Barbara. And we just hung out and, I had not one tattoo at this time. And we were just shooting the shit. I'm like, man, I'd like to get tattooed at some point. I got a couple ideas. And he's like, yeah, anytime. So I hit him up like probably 3 months later. And he's like, dude, how about you run a sticker and we'll give you free tattoos whenever you want. I'm like, all right, dude, that'd be sick, Because I was pumped on like the clothing more. I like the 4-bar, like the logo and stuff. I'm like, this is sick, dude. And then, 3 months went by and I hadn't gotten tattooed yet. And he hit me up like on a Monday morning or something because he wakes up super early, dude. I wake up and I had a text from him like, oh shit, what'd I do wrong now? And I look at him, he's like, hey man, I'm gonna get you 2 bikes. All right, sweet. And I had to run like H&H graphics on them, and I'm like, this is badass, dude, because this was like my first real year, like where I did X Games and all that stuff.
The Hondas?
Yeah, the white ones. Yeah, so he bought me 2 bikes, and then the tattoos, and then I started getting paid from him. And Hart was sick, dude. One year at X Games, I was just sitting there, and he came up and gave me a $5,000 check. He's like, hey man, just thanks for, because this is before social media, really. Social media wasn't a marketing thing. So it's like you had to just word of mouth and, kind of do stuff. So he was always appreciative of that. And yeah, I mean, dude, we're still here. I get, a little check from him here and there and try my best to help him out. It's kind of more of, I mean, they still have a bunch of tattoo shops, but my thing's more just on the casual side of kind of trying to pump some shirts here and there and do some shoots with them. And yeah, it's still just a chill company though. They're bitching.
You still get tattoos?
I don't as much anymore because when I was in Vegas, I got tattooed a bunch because it was 10 minutes from my house. So I was bitching. I'd get an idea and rip over the shop and get tattooed. But now being up here, it's like I've been to Vegas maybe 3 times since I've moved back. And I don't really, like I got this done in Reno and you can kind of tell a difference of like a tattoo shop and a Reno guy doing it,
Yeah.
So it's like I don't really want to get tattooed up here, honestly. And someday I'll get a tattooed though.
Yeah.
I definitely want to. I got some ideas.
But who does Carrie tattoo?
No. He just looks pretty and walks red carpets and lives with his millionaire wife.
I know. What a crazy life they have, dude.
But, it's like anything. Like, we sit here and look at it, and he's, like, just living, doesn't have to pay for nothing. But, like, when you talk to him, he's on her schedule, her program, and, he actually loves writing. Like, I get kind of burnt on it sometimes. He goes on tour with her for 6 to 9 months a year, and can't write as much. So, he gets kind of bummed on it here and there.
That's crazy.
Not on the marriage, just on he loses his life. He's got 2 kids. Like when he goes on tour, he's like the nanny now. He has to watch the 2 kids while she does all her stuff.
Fuck, I bet her schedule's crazy.
It's crazy, yeah. They've been gone for like a year and a half right now. And he says they're on tour.
Oh.
And they're done this November. So basically 2 years.
On a tour.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Dude, and I mean, don't get me wrong, they travel great, private jets and mansion hotels and stuff, but still like
yeah, because she does fucking stadiums and shit. She's probably making several million for one show.
Yeah, when I met Hart in 2003, and he had just met her, and this was when she was like just coming up, she was making 50 a show. So picture what she's making now. Yeah. I mean, it's got to be insane.
Yeah.
Is she in pop or what is the?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's huge money. Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, she has hits like last year. She had huge hits and stuff. So.
Well, and she's actually like a woman. She's like a bitch, like in a good way. Like she stands up for herself and she's raw. Where like a lot of these pop girls, like Ariana Grande, and them, they're like little like petite, like wannabe female type girls. You know what I mean? So I think Pink gets a lot of like love from that side of her.
Oh,
she's just a chick from Philly, dude. That's rough. She'll call you out and
yeah. She used to have that total like fuck you if you fuck with me. Like,
yeah, she's still like that.
Oh really?
Yeah, she's gnarly, dude. She scares the hell out of me.
Didn't they like? She proposed to him or something when he was racing or
Mammoth.
She
threw it on the pit board. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's sick.
I don't know, 04 or something. But yeah, she put it on the pit board and he went by and then like ripped around that tree turn and then came back in.
Yeah.
Yep. That's how it was done.
That's
like,
great.
Yeah. Can you imagine just this chick that's worth like 100 million, dude? And you look on your pit board and she's like, will you marry me? And you're like, Jesus, why am I even on this motorcycle? I can throw this thing away.
Like, well, I'll think about it for the rest of the race.
Yeah.
What if he just didn't stop really?
Yeah. Comes in, he's all, nah.
Dude.
Yeah,
that'd be crazy.
Dude, that is so cool though. Like that those worlds collided and
Yeah.
still work, you know?
Yeah, and it was cool because she met him at Philly X Games. She came there and she was just like going around the pits. Someone brought her in, you know? And it was the year that Hart tried to flip the step up lip and his hand blew off. And she thought Hart was cute, I guess, like in the pits. And then she saw that and she's like, oh, I ain't messing with that. That dude's way too gnarly for me. And then somehow it like still all worked out.
Whoa.
Yeah, pretty trippy.
That's crazy that they've been together that long too, because a lot of fucking celebrity marriages don't work out for more than 2 years.
But Hart's smart. Like he's invested in like a business plan basically. So he's not trying to blow that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like most celebrities marry celebrities and it doesn't matter if you go this way with your 200 million and I go this way with my 200 million, who cares?
Right.
But Hart's like us, dude. He was just freaking living in a house just like this and didn't have a freaking nickel to his name, you know, and he's smart.
Yeah. And I feel like because she's a woman and like tough with it, they don't do anything crazy. It's not like, oh, Carrie Hart and Pink got drunk and caught at the strip club, you know?
Yeah.
And then a fight broke out and all that shit. Like, they don't have that type of internet stuff.
But she's a normal person, like I said. I mean, for as big as she is, you know, like if Hart was to like marry like J-Lo or something, it never would have worked. She's way too high society, you know, like all that. I mean, dude, they live out on a ranch in Santa Barbara, like by themselves. They're not trying to be like in LA, you know, they wanted their privacy from all that stuff. So they're pretty cool. They're pretty down to earth.
Have you been out there?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we did a shoot out there with Transworld probably 4 or 5 years ago.
Oh, does he have a track and stuff?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, cool.
Ditch and track. I'll show you guys after we get off or pull it up right now. But yeah, he's living.
Yeah, that's sick.
Cool. Well, you got anything else for him, dude?
Dude.
How's the spread out there?
Yeah.
So he had like 3
That's
freestyle ramps, and that's what we were doing the shooting on. And he just put it all together and made like one jump out of it, basically.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's cool.
sweet.
Yeah, so you're going to tell me he's bummed?
Yeah.
Yeah, no way. That looks like a Windows background, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I bet he does get bummed having to travel so much, though, when that's at home. He's
Yeah.
like, fuck, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like anything, you know, like we see the good side of it, but there's definitely another side.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy, dude. I don't have anything else, dude. Except, do you have your head tattooed?
No, but I should. At least do like the little dots or something that I've seen people do, you know?
Yeah. I'm just wondering because if this happens, I'm just kind of nervous if it'll hurt or not. I'm sure it's going to hurt like a motherfucker.
It won't feel good.
No.
The worst part's the healing, though. Because I'm like the biggest bitch when it comes to getting sunburnt. Like, I hate being sunburnt. And that's what it feels like for like 3 or 4 days.
Yeah.
Like, you're sleeping and just like everything's radiating. You're like, oh my God, dude.
Yeah, it is. And you don't want to sleep and stuff.
Yeah.
So, yeah, dude.
Let's make it happen, though, dude. That'd look good on you.
Dude, talk to Pink. I know she's got 100K.
Yeah, she does.
That'd be sick, dude. If I got like a little. Actually, I'm not saying the size. I just need the money 1st.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Let's get the money first and we'll go from there.
Yeah. But no, that's pretty much it,
Cool,
dude.
dude. What's your 37 years of life? What's your best piece of advice for anyone, no matter what they're doing? Your one takeaway, life advice.
My one takeaway is, on my end anyways, like, I've always had fun doing whatever it is. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not one of those dudes that stresses out on, like, because life's going to stress you out no matter what. It's going to piss you off. It's going to do this and that. But surround yourself with, like, you guys, you know, you have good friends and just keep everything fun. I mean, dude, like, when we grew up riding, it was, you know, bitching. We had 8 or 9 of us riding. And now I'm, like, into golf and there's 8 or 9 of us golfing. Like, just surround yourself with good people. Like, have fun with it. And, yeah, I mean, like, I'm 37, but I still feel like I'm 18.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm not trying to be that old guy that just sits in my house. I'm still out all the time. I mean, I just got home last night and I'm down to drive up here right away and come hang with you guys, you know,
That's
like
sick.
I don't want to, I'm going to be 60 someday and sitting in my house looking out the window all day, you know, just bored as hell. So it's like,
there's a
yeah,
deer.
yeah. While I'm here and healthy right now, I'm going to be living it up. So
Nice,
yeah,
dude.
keep it fun.
You keep it fun and just go to bed.
Yeah. And keep your phone away when you're drunk. When you do 22 to 25 beers, put your phone away.
That's the major.
That's my, yeah, I was going to,
More importantly.
I didn't know if I should say that, but yeah, I wake up sometimes and I got a bunch of like replies to stories. I'm like, oh dude, what did I do?
Oh, like your Instagram stories?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So far I've done a 36 beer Instagram story and I've done a 25 beer Instagram story, and both of them, I think they were hits actually.
Dude, I watched your one at 36 and I was like,
yeah.
this is sick.
Yeah, it was fun. We were trying, so like we were Googling dudes' numbers, like we're all, who can we do for 18 and who can we do for 22?
Yeah.
Dude, that one was bitching. But I don't recommend that. I didn't feel good the next day.
That was wild golfing, huh?
No, we were at Cliffy's bachelor party on that one.
okay.
The golfing was a couple weeks ago. That was 22 beers.
22, yeah.
Yeah, and my frat boy friend that drinks like 3 beers and gets hungover said he'd go beer for beer with me because I was talking shit to him.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
Did he?
he paid the price though.
Yeah.
He was dead for like 3 days.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Dude, I saw you hang out with that trick shot guy or something.
Yeah.
That guy's gnarly.
Gnarly, yeah. And he could pound some beers.
Really?
Yeah, we were talking, like, because he right away on the first hole, he was like 2 beers down. And I'm like, I'll do that. Like, man, it's, that's the one thing that sucks about coming from like a dad and mom that can just like chug beers. And he's like, tell me about it, dude. Both my parents were alcoholics. And we like hugged. We're like, dude, this is sick. We're not alone.
That's all my dad is, dude. Yeah. Dude, you gotta bring Cliff and your girl and your friends to my dad's Halloween party one of these years, dude. It's like my dad, it's like 57 or 58 or something, over the hill for sure. So, but he's like how we think, young and just party. So it's just super funny and funny shit, dude. So sweet.
Yeah.
Open invite.
Open invite.
Let's do it.
Cool. Go to bedpodcast.com for everything relating to this show. Patreon, PayPal's on there. Make sure to subscribe and rate the podcast. Tell your friend to listen. We got sponsors. Walton's Coffee House, at Walton's Coffee House on Instagram. 3 locations here in Reno. At EnduroFest on Instagram, May 4th, just east of Sparks. If you want to go check out that event. Anything else?
Tech One Designs for the graphics.
Hey, we had a shitty current event this week, but
yeah,
we made the most of it.
Yeah.
And summer's coming, so go buy a go-to-bed blanket quick.
Yeah, for summer?
Yeah, for summer.
Is it like a thin one or a thick one?
Thick one.
What the hell?
We don't know.
What
we
the
don't
hell
have
is summer?
Dude, it's marketing. Yeah, marketing.
Winter's coming. Go buy a tank top.
No, we have the blankets available, but we don't know. We've never ordered one, so we don't know what they're like.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
They're cheap, though.
You never know what you're going to get.
Yeah, you never know.
Sure.
And if you buy a blanket or something, you could call on the show.
There you go.
So
sounds good. I ain't buying a blanket then. I don't want that damn call.
Dude, we'll give you a high five or something.
Sounds good.
All right, everybody. Get a pillow, get a blanket, tuck yourself in, and go to bed.
Good night.
Night.
Cut that check, cut that check, cut that check, cut that check. I need my check, I need my check, I need my check, I need my check.